What's good, everybody? It's your boy, Jolly by Nature, and we are back continuing our Pokemon X and Nuzlocke as a part of the Blastburn Radio Nuzlocke World Tour. Now, where we last left off, we are outside Camfreer Town? Is that what this place? Camfreer Town, on Route 7, where unfortunately there is a Snorlax blocking the road. We cannot move forward, and as such, we must head north through Route 6 to reach the Parfum Palace to obtain the Poke Flutes. I'm going to try to keep the negativity to a goddamn minimum, you guys. This is probably my least favorite part of this game, just because I find the entire Parfum Palace saga extremely frustrating. But we're still gonna have a good time. We've also got some really good, potentially really impactful encounters coming up. We've kind of had shit luck thus far on the week, but that could be turning around for us today, hopefully. Fingers crossed. Yeah, question of the day. We've been doing those. I didn't forget. Hooray! Let's do a question of the day today, and our question for today will be: what is your least favorite part of Pokemon X and Y? I know that they are very divisive games within the fandom. I think they're a lot better than they get credit for overall, generally, in spite of the shit that you will inevitably hear me talking. But I do know that most everyone has a gripe, has a criticism. What are yours? Let us know in the comments. We'd love to hear them. Wasabi grew to 17. Wasabi getting big and strong, and that is a Pidgey who probably will not murder our boy Taquito. Our boy Taquito is pretty strong at the moment, actually. But no point in tempting that fate. So let's go into Optimus. I gotta say, having a Defiant Pawniard at this stage of gameplay is just incredibly useful because it gives me a Steel type I can switch into on damn near anything. And stat reducing attacks are just so common in the early game, you know, with your growls, your leers, your sand attacks, and just being able to punish those with Defiant is just intrinsically very good. I like it a lot. Thank you very much once again, LA Caveman, for our sweet girl Optimus. Very happy to have her on the team. Again, probably not forever. Her evolution levels are just a little bit too fucky for that, but very happy to have her on the team for now. Here we go, Optimus. Good job. Put Baloney out front for a bit. Baloney's starting to look a little small in comparison to everybody else. We do have to be careful. As with a lot of routes in X and Y, there's 2 encounter tables on Route 6, one of which comes from the bushes that are on either side of this walkway. And the bushes only have 2 potential Pokemon within them. They have a comparatively high chance of being a Venipede, which is actually dope. Really love Venipede. But they also have a fairly low, a lower chance, not a low chance, but a lower chance of having an Audino, which neither of those would be terrible encounters. But I think we're going to go ahead and risk the grass encounter this time around, if only because, like, strategically, I think there is more value for this team, for me, in the grass, especially because one of the most common encounters, actually I think the most common encounter in the grass, is Oddish, which is the first instance of our Hall of Fame clause coming into play. Because I have both Vileplume and Blossom in my historical Hall of Fame, Oddish is not on my encounter table. Even if we encounter it first, doesn't count. First, second, third, like no dupes on it. It's as though it never happened if we encounter an Oddish, which increases our chance of getting something a little rarer and more exciting, like an Esper or even a Honedge. I think if I could pick, I would actually probably want to get an Esper here. I like Meowstic a lot. I think it's a pretty solidly underrated Pokemon overall, and I would love to use one. But yeah, I think that the option of potentially snagging a slightly rarer encounter, or having a better chance of snagging a slightly rarer encounter, is really compelling here. The flip side of that is I'm also much more likely to get a Sentret. which would continue our streak of garbage boys. So we'll see if that happens or not. But we're definitely, I think, taking the grass option. So we're going to stay far away from these bushes to avoid anything jumping out at us. And then we're going to head into the grass. Let me actually put Wellington up front for that good paralysis tech. And let's see what we get. So our encounter number 1 is an Esper. Let's go. That's exactly what we wanted. Oddish dupes did not even come into play. A female Esper, which, if I remember correctly, the female form of Meowstic is the one that... Oh god, I can't even remember actually if those are hidden abilities or regular abilities. How does Esper work? Will you be Defiant? Or not Defiant, but competitive? Or is that your hidden ability? Esper... What are you, little Esper? Okay, competitive would be your hidden ability. Okay, so you're just Keen Eye or Infiltrator, and that's it. That's fine, though. It's still a nice Psychic type, which is not a type that we currently have represented. We'd love to see it. We're going to chuck a Luxury Ball here. Little Esper, you can live a life of luxury on the squad. Let's go. We got our Esper. Esper, the Restraint Pokemon. The organ that emits its intense psychic power is sheltered by its ears to keep its power from leaking out. That's weird and creepy. We will give a nickname to our caught Esper. Female Esper. We are going to name her... We're going to name her Peanut. That just feels like an appropriate name. It's probably not. I don't give a fuck. It's my team. We're naming her Peanut. Welcome to the team, Peanut. That's really hype, actually. I think that's easily our hypest encounter on the week. Again, not as negative on the Plusle as I may have been otherwise if I hadn't had a lot of fun using a Minun very recently. But I definitely think that Peanut is the bright and shining star of our encounters this chapter thus far. But we've still got several more to go. Oh no! Let my baloney go, male Esper. Get the item. And we're going to go ahead and explore Route 6 a little bit. We may cut into the Parfum Palace at some point. I know that there is a bed that we can heal inside the Parfum Palace a la Pokemon Center. And that's pretty dope. Okay, we got a Fletchling here. Do we just roll out? Maybe we defense call roll out. Yeah, that should be fine. I mean, the Growl's not ideal, obviously, but now we're at double potency. It's going to double every turn. This is fine. You can sit there and growl all you want, Fletchling. You're not going to deal enough damage fast enough to stop Baloney at this point, certainly. Yeah, this next hit, as long as we hit this turn. Oh, maybe not with the growl. We might need the fourth hit now that we've been growled again. Maybe. Nope. Not even a little bit. It's kind of wild that we have 3 Pokemon with rollout on the team right now, but that is just the hand that the Nuzlocke gods dealt us. Let's go. Baloney's evolving. I actually made the comment on the podcast last week that I did not think Baloney was destined to be a barrel. I forgot how low a level that evolution is. Welcome to the team, Baloney the barrel. Doofy ass beaver. All right. Watch out, y'all. Here comes Baloney. Baloney wants to learn water gun. Yes, learn that water gun, please. Over growl. 100%. Not that I think your special attack is worth a damn, but then neither is your physical attack, frankly, so. You know, honestly, what am I doing right now? We got the return team. We got Team 27, and we did all that running around in the early game, so, like, Baloney and T-Bone actually love me already. Like, I already did that work. So, let's give them return, please. We'll let Bubble Beam, Defense Curl, over Water Sport. 100% over Water Sport. I mean, I could give it to Taquito as well. I probably should give it to Taquito as well. I'm going to hold off for now. Because I would have to actually get rid of type coverage on Taquito, and I'm not sure I'm quite ready to do that yet. Run away, Baloney. We're not here to fight wilds. We will, however, fight the trainers as we fight them, as we find them. Find words, you know. It's been a long day, you guys. I'm trying so hard to stay high energy. I think I might have mentioned this last time. I can't remember for sure, so I'm just going to do it again anyway. At my work, I have a rotating schedule where one week I work like earlier day shifts and the other week I work later shifts into the evening. And it's my late week right now. So it has been really difficult to like muster the motivation to come home and record. But also this is like the single longest stretch of gameplay in the game. And so there's a very genuine concern from my end that if I don't stay on top of recording, I'm going to fall behind. So here we are. I'm always happy to be doing it once we're doing it, though, because I love spending time with these Pokemon, and I love spending time with you guys. So this was, I think, a good life decision overall. And goddamn return hit spot like a truck, by the way. Even off of Baloney, stab return is nothing to fuck with. Look at that. You'll love to see it. How good are your stats, Baloney? Let's take a look at them now that you evolved. 35 ain't terrible for this point in the game. Like, 35's not, it's not mind-blowing, but it's not bad. Certainly. Baloney, you're doing all right. Maybe Baloney is not destined for the egg box. Actually, no, let's be real here. If anybody's destined for the egg box this particular week, it's Egg. Egg is destined for the egg box. It's literally in his goddamn name. Oh, God. I think I jumped that too soon. I think there's probably more over there. We'll save it, though. That's fine. Let's just, for a point of comparison, okay, so T-Bone has more attack when you factor in... Okay, I guess that 36, yeah, it's not ideal. It's not great. It's more offensive power than Wasabi has, but Wasabi's also bulkier. Okay. All right. Now, I know, because I have played Pokemon X and Y more often and harder than I think anyone ever should, if I'm being 100, I know what's coming up next on the other side of this particular route. And what's coming up next is Death and Madness. So we are going to do everything we can to be as well prepared as we possibly can be for the Dogs of Death, as I like to call them personally. But we are not gonna skip them, however, because Mama didn't raise no bitch. So here we go. Here are some dogs. And we're gonna, I guess, start headbutting, I guess. God, you still hit so hard. Oh, but the headbutt flinch though, that's actually pretty clutch. Good job, Taquito. Headbutt one more again, and let's see the other side. That's fine. I do have to be very careful because they can easily double into something. Oh, let's go. Give me that Defiant boost. Give it to me. Eat it up like grapes. And now we got Leech Seed going on both sides. I can't really Sucker Punch because, again, it could just tail up again. Actually, it's yeah, he's gonna potion that boy. He's 100% gonna potion that boy. So we're just gonna headbutt. We're gonna headbutt into the other side. To try to get the flinch. And we're also gonna bite into the other side. Again, fishing for flinch. Look at that damage. Oh, no flinch. Is that Leech Seed gonna be enough? Yeah, it is. Let's go. Good boy, Taquito. We're gonna go ahead and Sucker Punch here. And Vine Whip. Sucker Punch was enough. Let's go. That is one of the harder trainer battles in this game. And Optimus just would not be denied. That was beautiful. We got Feint Attack now. Which is really, really good. Do I want to give up Headbutt? I don't think so. I think we're going to give up Mean Look here. Definitely not Stealth Rock. Definitely not Sucker Punch. And I don't think we give up Headbutt over Mean Look, certainly. But having Dark Stab that I can click without my opponent needing to attack first is huge. It's huge in gameplay. It's also really huge in PvP because it means that Celeste can't just send out her Skarmory and like Stealth Rock and Whirlwind in front of me, and be like, well, now you can't hit me with the move that's neutral. Now I have a neutral hit on Optimus for that Skarmory, which is huge, frankly. So you love to see that. Also, I'm sorry if you can hear the rain in the background. It is positively storming outside. Hopefully, we're not going to lose, like, power. That would suck a lot. God, we are finding nothing but Espers in this grass, huh? Oh, well, I'm not complaining. I like Esper and Meowstic a lot. I think they're really, really cool Pokemon. So fun fact. Our last Blastburn Radio community draft, I was strongly considering drafting Meowstic. I wound up not. It just wasn't the right fit at the right place in the draft for me to pick it up. But I wanted to, and I was really hyped for our VGC doubles draft as we were kind of gearing up for it, and I just started like obsessively breeding every Pokemon that was on my wish list of things that I wanted. And I was just like, okay, I'm going to breed for a shiny Meowstic, and I'm going to breed for both forms, the male and the female form. And I got 3 shiny males. So I never did get the shiny female Esper, and I wound up just kind of being like, okay, that's enough for now. I'll come back to this some other day. But yeah, I got 3 total shiny male Espers before I gave up the ghost on getting both gender forms. But I like it a lot. It's a really great Pokemon. It's got 2 really good abilities for hidden abilities that are both really useful for competitive. It'd be a lot better if you could not immediately tell which one you need to be concerned about at a glance, because it's by gender. And I mean the gendered forms are visually distinct, even if there wasn't like, you know, the visual indicator on your screen of what gender the Pokemon is, which there is, of course. You could still tell just by looking at them. But obviously the female one for its hidden ability gets competitive, which is like Optimus is Defiant, which boosts its attack stat when any of its stats are lowered, except it works for special attack instead. Meowstic doesn't have quite a high enough like offensive stats and offensive coverage for that to be like god tier, but it's still very good. It's always a very good ability. Intimidate is like one of the best abilities in Pokemon, and so being able to just immediately punish that and just say, if you throw something with Intimidate at me, I'm immediately going to hit you harder, is always really strong. Or Defog, for that matter. Defog is not going to be a factor in our series, certainly, because in Gen 6... So, fun fact, fun story in the history of Defog as a move. Defog is, of course, a Generation 4, a Diamond, Pearl, Platinum HM, and it was utterly useless as a battle move when it was introduced, and then all through Gen 5 as well. In Gen 6, it was made useful when they gave it the ability to remove entry hazards. In much the same way that Rapid Spin does. And in fact, I think better than Rapid Spin, right? Because Rapid Spin doesn't affect... No, Rapid Spin affects everything. It just, it's worse than Rapid Spin, but it does a similar thing. Sorry, it's late, head empty. But... Oh no, I know it is. It can't be blocked like Rapid Spin. That's why I was thinking it was superior to Rapid Spin. And in that way it is superior, because with Rapid Spin, it's a normal type move and it has to connect to clear the hazards on your side of the field. And obviously it's not gonna connect. We're not gonna learn Helping Hand. Helping Hand could actually be really useful. This is doubles PvP week, but not over any of the moves that T-Bone already has. But yeah, Rapid Spin has to connect. So all you have to do, if you've got hazards on your opponent's side of the field that you need to stay there, you don't want them to clear them, you can just switch in a Ghost type, and they can't Rapid Spin them away, which is a problem. And was one of like the premier reasons to run a Ghost type in those older generation games in competitive, is to block your opponent's Rapid Spin. It was really important. It was a really important like confluence of mechanics. Defog doesn't, I forget if Defog needs to connect to work or not. Like if you protect on it, does it still remove hazards? And I don't think it does, but you can't immune it. So it's kind of a moot point, right? Like, yeah, you can protect for one turn, but then they can just do it again. It's not a big deal in the same way it is for Rapid Spin. But sorry, I'm getting to the point, I promise. But in Generation 6, when this big buff to the move was added, the move wasn't given any like additional accessibility. It's not an egg move for most things. I think a few things it was an egg move in Gen 6, but for most things it definitively was not. And it wasn't a move tutor move either. Like to get something with Defog on it, you had to transfer it in from Gen 4 through Gen 5 to Gen 6. So like... That's obviously not a problem in 6v6 competitive on like the most common format, which is Pokemon Showdown, because people can just say, well, this thing knows Defog, and that's fine. It's on its possible moveset, Showdown allows it, but if you wanted to use it on cartridge, you had to jump through a lot of hoops or get your Pokemon off the back of the game Genie Truck, as it were. What that means for our series, however, is that my opponents are not going to have Defog. Or at least they are very, very unlikely to. I do think there are a few things that get it as an egg move that could potentially come out of one of our eggs knowing Defog, but it's extremely unlikely. Which makes the Defiant a little bit less of a factor than it might have been otherwise on your boy Optimus. That being said, that doesn't make it not a factor at all. And again, like things like Intimidate and even like Growl and Charm can be really, really powerful. And being able to even just play mind games and give you a reason to hesitate on using those options is really important. Yeah, we're going to take a photo with our good friend Phil. Abso-fucking-lutely. Oh, Jesus Christ, I forgot how complicated this game is. Also, I have no gyroscope controls because I am, I don't know what I was going to say because I'm absolutely playing on a 3DS hardware game. Of course I am. How else would I be playing this officially licensed Nintendo video game? Like, any other option is unthinkable, untenable even. I don't even know what I am fucking with right now. This is actually wild. Okay. That's too bright. That I feel like is accurate. Yeah. Yeah! Thank you very much for our photo. Why did it immediately become blurrier when I took it? No idea. That's fine. We would like to give a tip? Of course we'd like to give a tip. We always tip our service workers. Fuck yes. Let's go. I have natural talent as a model. I think so, personally. And we're going to rollerblade. I'm almost out of money. It's kind of ridiculous how broke I am from buying hats. The entrance fee will be $1,000 per person. Son of a bitch. I just paid that for a picture. You've got to be kidding. It costs money to go inside? You see, the owner of the palace follows the school of thought that you can never have too much money. Yeesh! This is how the rich get richer. Here's your entrance fee, $1,000. I wonder what happens if I just don't have $1,000. The proceedings from the entrance fee help pay for repairing and restoring the palace. Probably. Ah, you son of a bitch. I will say, for all my problems with this little side arc of this particular game, it just frustrates me on a deeply personal level. Like, this place is gorgeous. Like, Parfum Palace is beautiful. And the grounds, especially, I think look really, really sick. I like Kalos aesthetically so much. Like, look at this shit. Look at that fucking Milotic statue and those Bisharp on the walls. They're fucking rad as hell. My furfrou! My beloved little furfrou has disappeared. It disappeared? Hey, Assbutt, we should help look. I mean, if my Pokemon was missing, I'd be sick with worry. Alright, he's not gonna tell us anything useful. Okay, I'm pretty sure there are some items hiding around here, so we'll just kind of poke around really quick. Also, we're going to take a nap now. I don't think we do any fighting while we're here, but, you know. Better safe than sorry and all that. This place is huge. And again, like, it's beautiful in here. Like, the detail on the walls, on the rugs even, like, it's gorgeous. This is a level of artistry that was unthinkable in a Pokemon game, even in black and white, which I think overall I like the visual style of better, but not by that significant of a margin. Like, I don't love the 3D models as it pertains to the Pokemon themselves in, like, the battle scenarios. I think that it is inferior. And I kind of stand by that. Like, I think that a lot of the 3D models have kind of inherent problems, and some Pokemon just did not translate well to that format, that style. It's not what they were envisioned with that in mind, and it doesn't work as well for them. But goddamn, the world is gorgeous in every meaning of the word. It seems pretty clear, actually, that the Parfum Palace is based on, was it Versailles, the palace of Louis, King Louis, the King Louis of the French Revolution. It feels like it is, at least. I will probably have more insight into that. I'm actually listening to Revolution's podcast these days, and I'm about to start their arc on the French Revolution, which is very long because the French Revolution was very complicated and bloody. But I am sure I will have more insight soon after I've had a chance to kind of learn some things. Is that amulet coin all there is to find around here? Well, I mean, I got the amulet coin, and that was certainly worth the detour at least. That is an incredibly valuable item. Whoa. Whoa, indeed. Whoa, indeed, my friend. This place is kind of rad. All right. You... Oh, God. I am about to be challenged on my own morals. Yeah, I gotta... Fuck, I'm out of money, but I gotta tip you. It's important. Always tip your service workers. Even if they're serenading you with a song you did not ask for. Yeah, and look at that statue, man. It's also like I get that it probably comes from like the development cycle, the fact that like X and Y were probably, or I mean Black and White were probably like finished or even maybe like near finished, not quite finished when X and Y's production started. I heard that a lot of their production was kind of simultaneous. They were working on both games at the same time, but like there are so many Unova references around Kalos, and it just really makes you feel like the obvious what's the word? The obvious suspect for who Kalos was fighting in the Great Kalos War is Galar, right? It's France and Britain. Doesn't really take a genius to figure that those two might have had some beef at some point. But it's kind of hard to feel like it wasn't Unova when you see all these damn Unova Pokemon literally everywhere. Especially in like this ancient architecture. It's kind of cool. I like it. I think it's neat. Alright guys, we're going to go ahead and call it here for today. This video is getting to be about YouTube length. Thank you so much for hanging out and exploring the Kalos region with us. I hope you are just as excited as I am for our new friend Peanut. And next time we will finish exploring the Parfum Palace and get the heck out of Dodge and keep right on rolling on our tour through Kalos. But as always, I have been Jolly by Nature. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see y'all next time. Hey, what's up, everybody? You made it to the end of the video. That is so awesome. Thank you so much for spending some time with us. Be sure to click the like and subscribe buttons so you stay up to date on what I and my co-hosts are doing right here on the Blastburn Radio YouTube page. Also, be sure to check out Blastburn Radio Podcast, which is available wherever fine pods are casted, as well as at our website down below at blastburnradio.com. But yeah, we'll be back next time, and I hope to see you there. Take care.